Nathan was a young man with a musical addiction, a stressful family, and 2 roommates who seem to be the only people who understand him. He is the type of guy who thrives on consistency and stability, but lately, at every turn, his stable life, and that of his 3 siblings, is deteriorating. When tragedy strikes his family, he experiences a depth of emotion he never knew he could access, and along the way meets someone who could change his trajectory in life forever. Only, this is not what he had planned at all. But then again, he never really had a plan. Armed with a playlist to try and bring reason to the newfound chaos in the world, Nathan will do what he has always done, move forward without a clue. It's worked up to this point, right? Life, love, music, not necessarily in that order. Okie dokie, so this week's book review is Not So Common People by Gamache, and wow, it was really good. I sort of had no idea what I was getting into because sometimes I don't bother actually looking at the cover and reading the blurb before I read the book. I just kind of, read the book. And this was like that. So it started off immediately drawing you in with this super unique narrative style. It is narrated first person by the main character. He's a super flawed character, super fun narrator. Everything is, completely objective. It's a bit silly at times. The music is very interesting with the history there. And yeah, so poor Nathan, he is obsessed with music. I mean, like obsessed with music. And so that pretty much defines his life. He's got 3 siblings, 2 older brothers, one who is looks super successful on the outside. He's got money, he's got, women, he's got whatever, and then things go badly for him. And he's got a second brother who is a Lutheran priest, and who seems super severe, but also has his life together, and then things go badly for him. And he's got a sister who is married with 3 kids, and she looks like, perfect mom material, but things are tough for her too. And so Nathan, who's kind of like the black sheep of the family with no real job, he works at a coffee shop, and he's just obsessed with music, and that's really all he cares about. All of a sudden, he is like the responsible one and the one that everyone is talking to, and it's really strange for him. But I like the way that this story goes through the transformation of this character taking on that responsibility and yet maintaining that super fun narrative style that is distinctive of being such a character. So yeah, I liked that. I think this book is fascinating. I think it explores a lot of very interesting themes about family and about perception and all of that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it was fun. It wasn't a super long read, but it was definitely a fun one. My main critique is a little bit to do with the narrative style. It jumps sort of between present tense thoughts on the world and past tense actions that are actually happening at the moment. And while this makes perfect sense because you want to be able to distinguish between character thoughts and action of what's going on, it does get a little bit confusing at times when you switch almost sentence by sentence or very closely together. It does get a little bit confusing. So it took a little bit more thought to read that, which ruined a little bit of the really cool character narration because it felt just a little bit choppy. But you know what? On the whole, I think this book was actually really good. So I would say if you're interested, do go check it out. As usual, all the links are in the description box below. You can find the links for the book and author there. If you're interested in finding me on all the various internet, social media, places, then please go check out that. Otherwise, I am gonna go make some cookies because it's snowing outside, and so cookies. That's all I've got for you today. Yeah, good book. I would say go give it a shot, and I will see you next time.